What's up, YouTube? Sergio Becerra the second here again, and welcome back to my channel. And I'm going to be covering another book, and it involves a familiar terrorist attack that the United States has embraced. Except this wasn't done on American soil. This was done on the soil of another country, in which we had our embassy and annex over there, which was later attacked, kind of like which was basically an Al Qaeda style attack. So here it is. I've been really intrigued by this book. It's called 13 Hours: The Inside Account of What Really Happened in Benghazi, written by Mitchell Zuckoff with the Annex security team, the men that were on the roof of the Annex that very night when this attack happened in Benghazi, Libya. This all happened on the 11th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. This happened on September 11th, 2012. This happened during the 2012 presidential campaign with Barack Obama and Joe Biden that were going up against Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. So I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible. We lose 4 Americans, and among the 4 was our own ambassador, Ambassador Chris Stevens, along with 3 other men, 1 Navy SEAL, a Marine, and a contractor, all killed on that very nasty night. We lose our ambassador on the grounds of the embassy in Benghazi. And as for the contractor, uh, whose name I'm not going to even mention, there are reasons why. They both die in the embassy. The ambassador's body is gone missing. As far as I know, the ambassador was taken to a hospital where he was presumed dead because of the smoke, because of all the smoke that because of all the smoke from the fire when those terrorists started opening fire and sending rockets right inside, causing the whole embassy to go up in blaze, which later resulted more combat and fire at the annex where the other the other two the other 2 victims were killed along with their fellow brothers in arms. So those men were on the rooftop of the annex, around the annex, when all this open gunfire took place that went on for 13 straight hours. But here's the thing: before this attack even happened, our ambassador sent messages directly to the State Department, letting them know that things were getting really, really dangerous, and the ambassador feared for his life, and even wrote in his own journal that things were starting to heat up, believing that something bad was going to happen, believing they were going to get ambushed, get attacked. And guess who was in charge of the State Department at the time, working under President Obama? Hillary Rodham Clinton, who was the state secretary at the time. She knew exactly that messages from the ambassador were coming from him, and nothing was done. No help whatsoever. Even on the night when this attack happened, we had Air Force, other ground troops on standby, but nothing happened. Nothing happened. The men that took charge, they disobeyed an order, and they disobeyed an order in order to save the ambassador and others inside, which later led to this conflict on the rooftop of the annex to be attacked. 13 straight hours on a rooftop. nothing but heavy gunfire, and you've had like all these men that opened fire. They all, like I said, it was like an Al Qaeda style attack on our consulate, which later led to the other two men, the Navy SEAL and the Marine, killed. While their other brothers in arms were getting hit heavily on the rooftop. As what has been said, since they were being shot at from all corners, kind of all you see are like these arches and arches of bullets just flying right at them. So after all that happened, one of the men that one of the survivors of the attack, he almost lost his whole arm because of an explosion that dropped right on them. Because a few years later, this was later made into a movie, and we all saw what it looked like. The one of the men on the rooftop almost losing his arm. It was like almost coming off, like within inches away. It was later stitched back on. And don't forget, a lot of people said this was the result of a YouTube video made by someone that was actually on probation for credit card fraud. But this video that was declared anti-Muslim, a lot of people believed it was the result of the attack. That wasn't true. A YouTube video had nothing to do with it. The men that were on the rooftop, they didn't learn about this till like many hours later when they got to Germany, when they were getting treated for any injuries, because they didn't learn this while they were under fire. So we know this had nothing to do. This attack had nothing to do with the video. We know this was planned, and the guy that we apprehended, he's let go. He wasn't apprehended until like sometime later. And to this day, people believe the YouTube video was the cause of the attack. But knowing that wasn't true, it was all planned. It wasn't done by Al Qaeda. It was done by others that imitated an Al Qaeda attack. There was just plans to just ambush our people. That was it. And a lot of people were wondering where the hell was Barack Obama when all this was going on. He was in the White House, but no one knows where exactly in the White House where he was, because what was infuriating, after we learned about this attack, since he was up for re-election as president for a second term, shortly after he gave a statement on this horrific attack, he takes off for Las Vegas for a campaign in order to secure his re-election, which he did, by the way. He won in 2012 against Mitt Romney. I mean, it's just infuriating and upsetting that just after a president gives an update of what happened in Benghazi, he just takes off for a campaign in Las Vegas, doesn't even give it absolute care. Doesn't care. All he cared about was securing his election. That was it. So it's 2023, and already the 11th anniversary has already passed. I mean, well, actually, we'll just remember it was the 22nd anniversary of 9/11 this past September, but 11 years after, because 2022 was the 10th anniversary. This year was the 11th anniversary on the attack in Benghazi, but still 22 years after the horrific attack on us back in 2001. So that's all I have to say for this book right here on one of the worst horrific terrorist attacks that America has ever embraced. But we've had other terrorist attacks. Don't forget the Boston Marathon run, which happened years later in April of 2013. So that's all I have to say about this book that I just covered. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell beside. Oh, I'm pretty sure I already had mentioned already, but that this what well, I'm not talking about the book. I'm talking about this horrific attack that we experienced back that we experienced back in 2012. That happened in Benghazi, Libya. Was later made into a movie a few years later. So that's all to it. That's all I have to say. So that's it for this book review video. Take care now. Bye.